The history of Goodwill in the Inland Northwest is tied back to the history of Goodwill itself. The economy wasn't that great, and immigrants didn't have a lot of availability to support themselves. Our founder, Edgar J. Helms, devised this plan to go from door to door with a burlap sack, collect unwanted clothing, take that back to Goodwill, repair it, and sell it for reasonable prices, and the whole concept of Goodwill was born. Fast forward to 1939, Goodwill in Spokane opened its doors with just volunteers, and again, a Methodist minister went out with his car and collected donations and brought them back to Goodwill for processing so that he could start the services at that point.
I got referred by someone that there was a transitional job program happening here. I just started with cutting, and I moved up to some of the grill work, and since I got training on the cash register, that was actually a big step for me. I actually started out not wanting to talk to people because I'm not a talking person. Well, Goodwill changed that.
You know, I went from a $50,000 a year job to being out on the street. If Goodwill wasn't here, we'd probably still been in the campground. You know, I don't know. It's meant everything to us. Got us back into an apartment, got us on our feet, where, you know, our heads above the water.
I enjoy most about my job are the stories. I think it's the stories of success. Hearing from mothers and fathers who are celebrating when their children graduate from high school and finally obtain their first job. The success of someone finding an apartment, someone who has been homeless, someone who has served us so well overseas and has come back and have not been successful. Someone who has a barrier to employment and has struggled and finally found that job. Shortly before our founder passed away, he left us with this challenge. He said, "Remain unsatisfied until every person in your community has an opportunity to achieve their fullest potential." That's what we're working towards, is helping people find their fullest potential, realize their dreams, realize that feeling of independence that many of us have, and maybe they don't have because of their barriers, because they've not been dealt the cards we've been dealt, because the challenges they've had growing up. We can't be all things to all people, but we are so many things to so many people.